training your mind to crave hard work. I think everybody should start training their mind. The reason I'm saying this is because most of your minds are kerfuffled to the algorithms. The algorithms have your mind in a state of enthrallment, of subjugation. The algorithm has your mind. I want you to genuinely ask yourself a question. If you never scroll TikTok, if you never play video games, if you never scroll Pornhub, if you quit jacking off, if you stop chasing women, if you stop typing, watching garbage content on the internet, watching brain rot, where would you be right now? Imagine, how would you look? What car would you drive? How exceptional of a man would you be? I guarantee you, if you start to train your mind to love working, everything will start to work together. Because hard work plus the correct mental state will bring about results. Everybody knows this. But there's many people who live in a self-delusional state to the point where they think they can just do absolutely anything and get the results they want. They think they can just lollygag around life, scroll TikTok, and never do any action towards their goal, and they think their goal is just going to somehow fall into their lap. This is absolutely false. And I know the number one reason why most people fail. Remember in school, where they taught producers and consumers. They taught this in economics. You have the people who produce everything, and you have people that consume everything. This is the main separation in between those who will come out successful and those who won't. Some people just sit and consume, while others sit and produce. This is the separation line. This is why I only seek people who choose to produce, right? Producers always win in the end. The consumers spend more and get less. The producers produce more and get more. So if you truly want to be successful, you have to start to produce. You have to train your mind to love hard work. You have to train your mind to love to produce. Start to create something. You were made a creator, but most of you, your gifts have been neglected by your own mind and mental incompetence due to different algorithms and different streams of consumption stealing your energy. Your energy needs to be taken back. You need to take back what's yours. Most of you have forgotten the mental art of imagination, the mental art of belief. Most of you have forgotten it. And it's very, very powerful to the point that if you can use it, everything will become possible. Belief is so powerful that it shapes and molds reality. For example, I believe that I would never get fat, and I've never gotten fat. That's not a belief I hold. I don't believe in the idea of fat in my world. Okay, it may be true. In reality, for other people, they might say, yeah, there's fat people out here. Yeah, that's true. I don't believe in myself believing that I can get fat. I don't believe in it, so I never become fat. I don't believe I could ever lose my abs. This is something that I just believe. I don't believe that I will ever be a depressed person. This is something that I will not ever believe because I don't give my power and belief away. I don't give my power away. And belief is a form of power. So you need to start to believe that you actually can put in work and train your brain to crave work. Instead of seeking dopamine in other places like these losers, seeking dopamine through TikTok, through Instagram Reels, and searching and watching other people live the life that you want, instead of doing that, reprogram and say, instead of me watching other people live the life that I want, let me sit down and create the life that I want. Instead of me sitting, consuming other people's lives and content, let me sit down and produce something and create content. This is the separation factor of why many people will stay enthralled to the algorithm and enthralled and subjugated to the algorithm. It's simply because most of them think they're actually learning. Most people will sit and scroll TikTok and think and call that work. Most people will scroll TikTok all day and call that work and think they've learned something from a 30-second reel, a 30-second TikTok. No, you have not. What you need to do is you need to seek long form format. You need to study and take notes deliberately and use them immediately. You need to actually start to reprogram your brain from these small hits of dopamine, which you get by scrolling. It's simple pleasure. It's just pleasure over and over. Just pleasure. Every time you scroll, you need to stop consuming burnout. You need to stop consuming brain rot. Let me fix that. You need to stop consuming brain rot content and start to move into things that will construct your brain. Watching content that will actually help you improve the way that you think. Now I can say, okay, you might consume some 30-second TikToks of how to control your mind. Okay, that's okay. But if you're doing that, excuse me. But if you're doing that all day long, something is wrong. Your brain is fried. You need to take back control of your brain. Get out of a constant state of consumption and start to get in a state of production. Start to produce. You can no longer just sit and consume. You have to create. You have to produce. So start to train your mind to get off of your phone. Stop seeking this easy dopamine from Pornhub. For example, let's give an example of how to replace these things. Let's say Pornhub. Instead of you wasting your energy on Pornhub, conserve your energy and use it to go out in public and find you a woman. That's way number one. Instead of you watching other people's lives, living how they want to live, simply write it down and work towards it. Write down the car you want, the house you want, everything. Write it down and say, you know what? I'm going to stop watching it and I'm just going to actually work towards it. So that way, pain before pleasure. So this is what you need to do. And then for most of you that are stuck in pornography, you need to train pain before pleasure. You need to start to get in a state where you hit 50 push-ups before you do what you do. If you understand, you should know what I mean. This is YouTube. I don't know how the thing work, if they gonna block this or what. So, as you're watching pornography, before you do it, you need to hit 50 push-ups. Over time, your mind starts to recognize, I can no longer get things easy. I have to go through pain first. So after that, you start to reprogram and say, okay, before I do this, before I go get a cheeseburger, let's say, you have to do 50 push-ups before. Now you start to train and reprogram your mind to seek pain before pleasure. Not pain in a way that it just absolutely hurt, stabbing yourself. Not that type of pain. I'm talking about discipline. Discipline before pleasure. You start to train yourself for that. So you start to train your mind to crave discipline. This is one of the key secrets of how I stay so composed and stay so strong in every situation. People come to me oftentimes and say, Jay Preem, you're so powerful. It's like a gravitational pull. Even when you speak, you just put the facts out there. You just do this, you just do that. People come to me and say this stuff. And it truly stems from self-discipline. And it truly stems from the beliefs that I hold about myself in my own mind. I believe I'm gravitational in my own mind. So when people say it, it just confirms what's in my own mind. And this is why I believe I'm the greatest man to ever exist. And as I started to believe that, other people started to believe that. Now people come to me for answers and come to me for things. So what you hold about yourself in your mind will come out in reality. So this is why it's important that you train yourself in your mind to crave discipline, to crave work, Start to train your mind to crave work and discipline and watch you become stronger, more sharper than ever before.